Hi, welcome to this channel where we talk about psychology and the mind and how the mind works. So why are we studying the mind? Why is psychology important? Well, basically all we really have is psychology, what's going on inside our head. And personally, I find the inner workings of the mind to be quite fascinating. You see, we have amazing equipment that can do amazing things these days, like look inside the atom, for example. But who can look inside the mind? You might have seen some of these TV programs or movies where wires are connected to somebody's head and you see all sorts of electrical wavelengths and you think that's the mind. It's not. It's only electrical activity in the brain. Nobody can actually map the mind. And maybe someday, in the not too distant future, some Einstein type genius will come out with some device which can actually read the mind and find out exactly what's going on inside the mind. But for now, we have to rely upon theories, and that's where psychology comes in. And why psychology is so fascinating, because ultimately we don't have empirical evidence. We have anecdotal evidence, we have observation of phenomena, and we can create theories around that in an effort to try and understand what's happening with the mind. But ultimately, as human beings, everything that we do is about the mind and relies upon the mind, and yet so little effort is put into understanding the mind. And that's why I think psychology and understanding the psychodynamics of the mind is very useful and very important. What we really need is this idea of the mind, the user's manual. We need to find out how our mind works. And it's a twofold process, because to find out how our mind works, you must have some idea how minds work. Now, ultimately, at the moment, it's all theories, really. Observation and theories. But they seem to produce quite a lot of real-world results. And this is where it gets interesting. So learning how the mind works and then applying it to real-world problems in order to get some idea of maybe how we can solve problems and how we can lead a better life. And also, more importantly, getting to know how our mind works and how we can deal with our life issues and our problems and how we can have a more fulfilling life. So, like, I can have a more fulfilling life, you can have a more fulfilling life. That's really the idea. The idea of psychology is to help alleviate human suffering to the degree that a person can get on with things. That's it simply. It's not very hi-fi. It's mainly involved in ethics, but that's what it's about. That's what this channel, Psychologics, is about, is understanding the mind and trying to make sense of it so that we can lead a better, happier, more fulfilling life. Not that it's a process that will ever end. We will keep learning more. It's still a young science, a little over 100 years old. And hopefully someday we will have really amazing insights into the mind at an objective level. But for now, we're still doing the best that we can. But I still advocate learning about the mind and how the mind works, and your mind in particular works, so that you can use this to your best advantage in having a happy and fulfilling life.